The answers you're chasing might be right where you are. On Sunday, November 9th, Mercury retrogrades in Sagittarius. And this is the communication planet, the one most people know and sometimes fear, which is interesting. You should not fear a retrograde. A retrograde, it just helps us go within. So we're communicating within. Mercury is the shortest retrograde that we have, about 3 weeks. In this case, Mercury is going to retrograde in Sagittarius for about a week and a half and then move into Scorpio. So there's a bit of dual energy that's coming with this communication retrograde. Going to be very helpful for a lot of us, especially if you're looking for answers, solutions, etc. It will retrograde until the 18th of November in Sagittarius. Then it will start retrograding back in Scorpio, and we'll get some guidance for that for sure. First, let me read you the description from astrology.com so you can get an idea of this particular energy. It says, even though Mercury won't be in Sagittarius for the whole retrograde, it's not the best time for travel plans over the next few weeks. Resist the urge to run away or find answers in far off places. That's important. Instead, take a moment to pause and reflect, to tune in to your inner compass. So this is about like intentional forward movement and finding the answers about that for yourself within, right? That's what's going to be important, especially in the first half of this Mercury retrograde with it being in Sagittarian energy. Let's roll these. A 3 and a 4. That's a 7 energy. They're talking about surveying right now, as I'm asking about the number combination. Of course, this is consecutive energy, 3 to 4. If we're talking about chakra energy, that's solar plexus to the heart or the heart to the solar plexus. So you may be, listening within in order to be able to move, in order to be able to understand what you need to decide, which direction you'd like to go. It may have a creative element to it, like something popping up to inspire you that you weren't expecting to inspire you, or your heart telling you something that you weren't expecting it to want or need or love. Going to be interesting. Again, this is a half and half energy. So we'll definitely see in this pull what the first half of this Mercury retrograde has to offer, and then we'll pull again as it moves into Scorpio. So let me get these shuffled up so we can see what the Sagittarian energy has to provide. All right. As I was shuffling, they were saying that some people will have real luck during this time. But as you can tell, the description kind of gave us a little bit of a hint about plans being rearranged, arrows directed in different places. Communication energy, well, the Mercury energy can definitely do that, like direct you in a different direction than what you were thinking you were going in. So if that happens over the next, week and a half to 3 weeks, I would say, the goal is to go with it in high expression. Expect that you may have a delay. Expect that you may be redirected. If you kind of plan for that in your head and in your energy, then you won't be caught so off guard and you kind of know what to do. Also, trusting in that divine redirection or that divine detour is really helpful, especially if they're trying to show you something different. So those are just side notes. But with the 7 roll, they were saying some of us are going to be really lucky. Like we're going to be redirected, detoured, and then have this insight. The answers that you're looking for might be right where you are, right in front of you. And so that's what we want to be paying attention to. Like keep your antennas up and your energy open and your eyes peeled, notice those things that are trying to redirect you and give you the solution that you're asking for. Yeah, when you ask, it's delivered. So if you're not paying attention to the delivery method, even though it's like different than what you thought it might be, it doesn't mean it wasn't delivered. It's like someone delivering your package on your back porch instead of your front porch, or you're looking on your front porch. you haven't checked to see like, oh, they delivered it back there. Strange, but now I know where it is. All right, let's see what we have for the oracle. Immense growth. Okay, and gratitude there. Yeah, there it is up close. They're talking about the bright yellow in the background of this card being important, and the emblem or the animal being very important. There's some sort of like gratitude that is happening, and the growth that in the growth that is coming. So again, I really love this bright and shiny. I feel like you're not going to be able to miss it if you're paying attention. Again, communication within. If you're like, I'm just going to do things the way I always did things, I'm not willing to grow, I'm not willing to tap into this energy. Immense growth energy is about allowing as opposed to like fighting or resisting. You're opening up to allow the growth to take place and the growth to show you the way, and that's how you're going to get the growth. That, like I said, there's this kind of lucky energy I'm feeling connected to this poll today and the role specifically. So how lucky are you, right? That's what they want to say. How lucky are you? You can see this now. This is going to help you grow. This is going to help you move forward. This is going to help you give you what you need to really step into that kind of growth, nurture the right things, etc. It feels like divine detours that could be seen as chaotic or like a tornado if you're viewing it from a low perspective, or if you're in resistance, right? If you're like covering your eyes and like, I don't want to, then it's not going to be as enlightening for you, of course, right? But if you're open and you're like, I'm ready to grow, I'm ready to change, I'm ready to move, I'm open, show me the way, it's connected to being able to ascend or to, again, grow. Immense growth coming in a new direction or from a new place or from a new insight. I want to see what the tarot gives. The full moon. Ooh, okay. Listening, because I'm going to show you the depiction here in a second, but this is an extra card. This is an extra card in this deck. I'm going to show you there. You can see that keyhole in that full moon. We're looking for a solution. We're looking for an answer. We're looking for an insight. We're looking for something here. And they're indicating and giving us a huge hint, which is nice. We just had a full supermoon in Taurus that just happened for us. This unlocked something for you. It was a very powerful moon. They're indicating back. So that happened on the 5th. You can go back and watch that video if you'd like. If you're an Evolve member, check out the insight on your Evolve page, because that will give you a whole lot more detailed information and direction. But overall, to have this full moon with that keyhole there, it's unlocking something, like it's providing a doorway for immense growth, as we can see in the coupling. I almost want to say, like, think back to the full moon energy. This is heavily connected to that, is basically what they're saying. Because it's an extra card in the deck coming out to say, we're giving it to you. You can even see in the depiction of the card, the hand is outstretched. We're going to show you. We're going to highlight it for you. We're going to shine this upon you. And I do believe it is a new direction, something it wants to be unlocked with that full moon energy. And that lunar energy was so potent. I'm sure you felt it. That Taurian energy wants us to look at what's working and what isn't working. So there is a new direction for growth that is indicated at the start of this Mercury in retrograde. The answers that you're seeking are going to be unlocked within you. Like, only you're gonna know what direction is right for you. You can ask everybody else's opinions if you like, but in a communication retrograde, that may make things even more confusing for you. So I do not suggest doing that. Instead, be one with that inner narrative or inner voice that you have, that voice of truth that says, this is the direction. This is what I'm meant to do now. This is how I'm going to grow. This is how I'm going to be able to, they're saying, be seen. I don't know what that means for you specifically, but that's how they're saying it. This is what unlocks this for me. And it began in and around, like being highlighted. The communication began in and around that full moon energy. I mean, we've been in shadow. Retrogrades like have shadow periods. Mercury has like a 2-week before and after a shadow period. So within that shadow, you might have already been going like, no, I need to go in this direction. This is definitely not working. If I want to grow, if I want to move forward, if I want to allow myself, they keep saying this, to be seen. So maybe you're needing to be seen by yourself, seen by someone close to you in your life, seen by a community, seen by the public in some way. Whatever that is, if I want to be seen, if I want to grow, I need to allow myself to take this key and unlock this, to take this path, to take this avenue, to explore it, because it's being shown to you. And so you will have noticed, probably, if you're honest with yourself inside, you will have noticed this doesn't work. This isn't growing, right? That's what that Taurian supermoon was telling us. Hey, if it's not growing, get rid of it, change it, move it, shift it. And we're looking for immense growth here with this Mercury retrograde. So you already have a hint. The full moon illuminated it for you. Now lean into the arrow that is directing you, that insight, that I wonder if that's what you want to go with, especially for the first half of this retrograde. We'll see what comes up on the second half, obviously, in about a week and a half. So, tune in, stay tuned. But for now, definitely assess for yourself what you're being given. Stay open. We don't want this. We want this, right? How am I growing? How can I grow further? How can I, for some reason, be seen? What do I need to see? What are you giving me? What changes can I make right now? What do I know to be true within myself? What is unlocking for me? There's a bit of a trust in the unknown that's going to happen, right? Because if you're redirected or detoured, your brain's going to go, what are you doing? We usually go in this direction. This is what we've been doing. Your heart and your inner truth is going to say, but it's not working. It doesn't feel aligned. Or your brain's going to go, yeah, but it's safe and comfortable. This is how we've always done it. Let's continue to do this, please. And you're going to say, let me see what goes on if I follow this arrow, if I take this detour, if I follow that insight. Just let me see. And the best way, to deal with your ego or your mind when it's doing that to you, going like, no, don't grow. We don't, it's better if we just keep doing this. We don't need to grow. It's fine. We don't need to change. It's fine. We're trying to keep you safe. So don't do that. Just go talk to yourself and say, it's cool. Like, it's not a big deal. Let's keep it light and fun. If it doesn't work, we can do it the old way. I'm not saying we're changing things forever. I just want to see what this has to offer. And your mind will go, all right, if you have to give time frame of the Mercury retrograde, right? Just for this month, I'm going to see where this leads. And then we can go back to this. And your mind will go, okay, fine. I'll let you try it since it's not that serious, Okay. And then you'll be able to follow that beautiful arrow, that nudge, that intuitive hit, that insight towards this immense growth that is being presented for you. Cutting into my own video because I didn't pull a charm. I often do that when I just get swept up in the energy. So I'm going to put this card back here and let's pull a charm quickly. Just because I'm curious. I'm always curious. Ooh, a dove charm. Wow, loving this. Thank goodness we pulled. The dove energy is, as you probably know, all about peace and love, which again, I was picking up this lucky energy and I'm feeling that, the new direction, the new detour wants to bring this harmony. It might feel like a lucky break or a lucky opportunity that you're being redirected to. So to have the peace dove showing up in the charm, thank goodness I remembered and cut back in. It's just this understanding of this new direction wants to bring you peace and harmony, and that it's a good thing. Okay, back to the video now. All right. You can get more retrograde guidance in the 5 planets in retrograde pick a card reading that I have. There are going to be 5 planets retrograde by the 11th. So you want to stay tuned, of course, for that guidance coming up in a couple of days. But you can get detailed information about all the different planets that are retrograde right now. There are 5. By picking your card and seeing what resonates most with you. You'll find the link in the description to choose your card and to watch that reading. That's an instant watch for you. Plus, of course, visit the astrology playlist to keep up with all of the astro guidance that's coming up, including that next retrograde, that Jupiter retrograde that's happening. Okay. I hope that this serves you. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.